Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I pretty much make easy to understand Excel tutorials. I'm going to be going into detail about how Excel works its magic too, and not just where to click, and I'm hoping this makes it easier to understand. And of course, if you have any questions, just drop me a comment and I'll get back to you. Before I start, please subscribe if these easy how-to videos help you, and let's get into it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about pie charts. A pie chart is an easy way to show how a sum is distributed among different parts. It's shown as a slice of a larger whole. And I'm going to show this with an example so it's easier to understand. So say with this sales data, I wanted to look at which region had the highest amounts of sold in total dollars. I can do this by highlighting the entire table, going up to Insert, and inserting a 2D pie chart. So right away, if we didn't care about the numbers initially, right away you can kind of see how the breakout looks. You can see how central is blue and it takes up the largest portion. East is a little bit smaller than that, and then west has the smallest portion. So from a quick glance, a pie chart shows you exactly how that breakout is going to take place. Now we can do more with this pie chart, so it's even better. So the first thing that I like to do when I am using pie charts is I turn on data labels, which is going to be right here in chart elements, and then just hit that checkbox right there. What that's going to do is it's going to add the data label that goes with each different category. I think this is a good tool to have because even without data labels, I think this is a pretty good pie chart. But with it, you can see exactly what the dollar amounts are, because for me, it's in dollars. But yours can be in percentages or just numbers and decimal places. But to me, it's important to see how the breakout takes place exactly, because even if I know that Central takes up most of this region, if I don't know the exact dollar amount, then it's a little bit useless to me, so I turn that on. You can also change the color scheme. So if you go into this paintbrush option right here, you're going to have these different almost templates of how you want your data to be shown. Some of them are a little bit subtle. They're lighter on the eyes. They're lighter colors. And then some of them, like this one, it's a lot more bold. It's bigger, the colors pop. And so you've got a couple of these little options to pick from as well. A lot of these also offer percentages. For example, we can see that Central is $11,000 in total sales, but we can also see that it's 57% of the entire whole as well. And that's pretty good to know, actually. So you've got a few options here if you kind of want to select from a pre-made template. And a lot of them are pretty cool too. Like this one has kind of a 3D feel to it. But yeah, there's a handful of those as well to pick from. So we'll keep it basic for now. You can also select color, and you can kind of select from a collection of colors, I guess. They're going to pick colors that are just different enough from each other to where like they stand out. Each category is very different from the other. So you've got a few little selections here if you want a color scheme to go off of. You've also got monochromatic colors on the bottom. And what this is going to do, it's going to be one shade that gets a little bit lighter as you move down in the categories. There could be a use for this. I really don't use it because if you have a lot of different categories, and if they're all shades of one color, I think it can get a little bit confusing to tell which color is what. I think we can barely tell here that Central is the darker blue and East is the slightly lighter blue. It gets a little bit confusing, but you may have a use for this. And so if you need, that's going to be here as well. One more thing you can do is change the filters. So if you select this funnel icon, let me actually change the colors back to something I can use. I don't want to keep it monochromatic. But if you select this funnel icon, you get to kind of filter which categories you want to see. So first, if you just hover over them, it's going to select that particular category. That's pretty nice because you can kind of have it highlight what you want to look at. You can also just compare a few of them at a time instead of every category. So if I wanted to do just Central versus East, I can do that. And it shows me that graph, and it's not going to show me West. So I can do that with any 2 or 3 or however many that you want to look at. You can do that. So that's an easy way to filter as well. And then the last little good thing to note is these little legends and this title, you can alter those as well. So if I wanted to kind of change the positioning of where this legend is showing, I can select this icon here. Now, before I even show that, if you don't even want to have the legend, just hit this and the legend will go away. If you do want it, which I think it's nice to have one, keep that selected. And then on the right here, you can select where you want that to be placed. If you want it on top of your chart, on the left, on the bottom, on the right. I think bottom looks pretty good, so we'll keep it here as well. And then you can just double click here and change the title to whatever you want it to be. So as you can see, this pie chart makes it easy to have the data presented as a pie with nice little segments for each different category. Each category is going to add up to 100% total, so this makes it easier to see, percentage-wise, which category takes up more or less of the entire total amount. And there you have it. So that wraps up my video. If this helped you, then please do subscribe and be on the lookout for more Excel how-to videos. I'm hoping to help as many people as I can become data experts in Excel in the most easy to understand way possible. So that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.